We all know how hard it is to be a Christian nowadays. How hard it is to follow Him. Scripture tells us and as young people, we need to be ready. We need to seek Him at all times. We cannot focus on secular things that are above God. We are living in times of Noah a lot. The lack of fear of God. Many times we see things in this world that are secular. We see things that come before God. I know as young people, one important thing is school. School is important. After school or after work, we become tired. First thing you want to do when you get home, sleep, eat, chill. We're so focused on different things that we lack the Most High in heaven, which is God. As a youth, as elders, many people call our generation as lazy. We depend on many other things. One example is social media. It could be many other different things. It's just hard to wrap my mind how we put secular things above God. We depend on so many other things in this world, trying to make us happy, trying to make us fulfilled. But for what? If God is the answer, then why? I can be a case to this. As young people, we can be prideful. Elders can give us advice, but we don't listen because we swear we know it all. We think because no one gets us, we shouldn't obey by them. We shouldn't follow them. We shouldn't listen. As young people, we want to have fun in this world. Time's running out. We want to have fun in secular things. But how many times has this backfired on you? When you turn away from God, swearing you know everything, that you can live without Him. How many times? Who can admit to that? It's all fun and games when you get hurt, right? You can never be satisfied in this world. This world is temporary, is it not? These secular things are temporary. The devil wants us to enjoy these things right now. We need a lack of fear. In the book of Luke, it talks about the people of Sodom and Gomorrah, how they were eating, drinking, buying, selling, farming, building, living everyday lives just as we do. They're not seeking Him. They lack the fear of God. They think they can live on their own. The power of God. How great He is, how He created man, how He created the earth, how He created water, how He created all these things. We underestimate that. For someone to love you so much, and for you to turn your back on the Most High, the one who loves you constantly and will never give up on you, and many people lack that fear of God that turn away from Him. That's absurd. But it's today's world. It's our flesh. Our flesh doesn't want to pray. Our flesh doesn't want to fast. Our flesh is just there. It's dirty. It's sinful. It's always ready to mess up. Matthew 10:28 says, "Fear only God, who can destroy both soul and body in hell." To fear God, to know that He's the only one who can put you to decide whether you're going to heaven or hell. As young people, we focus on what people say about us. It hurts us so much, but we keep all that feelings inside. It prevents us from seeking Him. We care about what man thinks and not what God thinks. Because man will always put you down. Always. Seek Him. Seek Him. Only Him. Because He is all you ever need. He will bring you. He will guide you in battle. He will bring you peace and comfort you. He will love you like no other. There's a promise in Proverbs that says if we seek Him, we will find Him. So if Jesus says if we seek Him, if we find Him, then what's the hold up? What's preventing us from seeking Him? It's a promise. Why are we scared to seek Him, to acknowledge Him? No matter how hard it is, no matter how tiny that narrow gate may be, seek Him. Have that fear in your mind that you're only temporary. Every one of us is going to die soon. This world is going to end soon. And without that fear, if you think you can do it on your own, then go ahead. See how well that works. That is a loving God who wants us to seek Him, who wants us to go into that eternal life, who wants to love us, who wants to guide us, who wants to help us. We shouldn't turn our back on God. We should always continue to seek Him no matter how hard the journey may be. Because it's going to get tough. It's going to get rough. God puts all these difficulties in us, not for to punish us, because He wants strong followers of Christ. And the only reason He puts us through this is to become stronger, so we can be a true testimony of this living world. So we can express our love, so we can express our experience, so we can express the love of God, which is the most important in this world. And that's why, brothers and sisters, my quick little 5-minute sermon. God bless you all.